so that if, when we do find a pond, that we can use.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And I will call this regular Board of Moffett County Commissioners meeting to order on Tuesday, May 12th, 2026. Let the record show Commissioner Broom is out. Chair would move to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Any discussion?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Chair would move to approve the consent agenda items A through J.
Second.
Any discussion?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that moves us to public comment. If there's anybody in the audience who would like to speak to the commissioners this morning, share any thoughts, now's your opportunity. Okay. We'll move to general discussion. I just want to recognize Katrina Willie's 13 years of service with Youth Services in Moffett County. So one of our 10 years and beyond employees. Do you have anything else for general discussion?
Not yet.
Okay.
Next meeting we will, hopefully.
Okay. And then that moves us on to staff reports, Office of Emergency Management, Todd Wheeler and Max Salazar. Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Commissioners. Max Salazar, County Attorney for Moffett County. We're coming to you today for the second reading and final reading of the fire ordinance. We had already presented this, I believe at the April 12th meeting. And since then, we've published the ordinance in full in the Craig Daily Press. That was done April 23rd, and we have an affidavit attesting to that. We haven't gotten any feedback or any comments or anything on the ordinance. So today, I guess what we're doing is asking that you adopt the ordinance and as it was originally presented. Other than that, I don't know if the board has any other questions.
I don't have any questions.
I do. Just a couple of things. One, so what was the purpose of, why did we bring this up again?
A couple of reasons. One was the burning that was occurring during red flag and fire weather watch days, during high wind days with low humidity and dry fuels. People weren't calling in to check the weather, and we're going ahead and conducting burns, and then we were running on escaped fires.
Okay.
And also, it also enforces, or doesn't enforce, but puts into play the requirement from here on out that all burns will be called in. Doesn't matter what type of burn it is, except for like campfires and gas grills and things like that don't require a burn. But any type of debris burning or agricultural burning at least requires a notification. What we were running into is people were burning, and then we were getting smoke reports. So we were sending crews out with engines from multiple agencies, Craig Fire, the Sheriff's Office, Artesia Fire, BLM. We were all rolling on these fires, which, you know, at times we were running into the fact that sometimes there would be structures. And if we didn't know that there was a controlled burn going on and just a passerby was seeing this fire and there was a structure nearby, well, that amps us up a little bit more and makes us respond quicker, which puts our first responders.
Yeah. So on
Deputy.
that, on one of these things here, and this is personal, but you know, you're authorizing the board which I'm assuming that's us.
Yes.
Right. So I have a rough time that if we're going to say somebody else can't shoot fireworks off in the parking lot, then that mean we're gonna stop the city from doing theirs? Because in the past, what we've done is we've said, it's okay for the city, for us to, because we contribute to the cities. You guys can do it up there, but no one else can do it in town. And you're just causing this.
That hasn't changed at all. Because fireworks any fireworks that leave the ground
Yeah.
in the state of Colorado is illegal.
Mhm.
Okay, that has never changed. During fire restriction stages, either stage 1 or stage 2, the sheriff's office still has the opportunity to issue permits. And we've always issued permits to Lake Craig Fire to do their fireworks. Years past, when Artesia used to do fireworks, we've issued them permits when we're under restrictions. When we're not under restrictions, there is no permit
For anything.
for anything.
Right, so I think the idea is just, we want to make sure that people give the county notice and that Todd has that ability to make that determination if somebody wants to do a fireworks show and he's
Which is all I
determined that
want,
it's,
yeah.
that it's done safely and in accordance with whatever requirements he wants to put in place, he has that ability to give permits to do that.
I mean, even last year, we were under restrictions. And we still issued a permit for Craig Fire to do their fireworks.
Yeah.
I mean, that, in my years, in 25 years, we've only ever canceled the fireworks one time.
Yeah, which I don't think we should, right?
Yeah.
It's just hard when you go tell the guy in the parking lot that they can't do their stuff, but then they can, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
mean, I get it.
Yeah.
If it's illegal, it's illegal, right? But
Yeah. But I mean, when you look at state statute, you technically you can't have a firework that leaves the ground anywhere.
Yeah.
If people, I'm not saying we don't enforce that, but we're much more lenient on it.
well, we sell fireworks during 4th of July. Our church does, but they're all legal.
They're legal
They're all
fireworks, yes,
But
yes.
that doesn't stop the people from going to Wyoming, right?
No.
And it's pretty hard to go bust them when they go shoot them off from
Yeah,
Wyoming, right?
yeah, it's, there's got to be a little bit of leeway.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the letter of the law and then there's the, common sense.
Yeah, 100%. Okay.
But the main thing about this, when Todd came to me, was around the red flag
Makes sense.
warnings. And so whenever those go into place, there's going to be automatic fire restrictions.
Which expedites that process.
It
It's not a
expedites
joint meeting, then a
Yes.
decision,
Yeah.
and then a day to get it together,
Hmm.
and then a red flag warning, or then a stage 1 restriction when the red flag warning is passed.
Yes.
So I think that's important for the public to know that
Yeah.
when there's a red flag warning, we're automatically going with this. We're automatically going into stage 1 restriction.
Yep.
And when that red flag warning comes off, we would automatically come out unless we've put in a stage 1 restriction for a certain length of time.
Correct.
And then it stays in place regardless of red flag.
Mhm.
Correct. Because normally red flag and fire weather watches, normally they're only good for certain hours. Like there's one tomorrow now that starts at, I think, 10 a.m. and runs through 9 p.m.
Mhm.
That's the only window that they wouldn't be able to burn. Prior to that, they could burn. After that, they could burn, unless the weather service
It's extended.
extends it. And that's what happened for tomorrow. Was originally it was set as just a fire weather watch, but now this morning it changed to a red flag. And that will, I mean, it's easier for us because we use the National Weather Service anyway as one of our determining factors as to what they're seeing for the anticipated weather. So we already rely on them anyway for the information. So this gets the information out to the public because they push it out much quicker than we can, and they have a much broader area to reach than we do.
Mhm.
I mean, and this will also go out on Moffett alerts. It'll go out in social media. It'll go out on the radio. It'll go out in the news, any news outlet that we can get it put onto. And then this also clears up the stage 3 restrictions.
Yeah. Well, and I like the first violation's $50, right? I mean, cause that's, you didn't know, here, you know what, you get here's a $50 fine. The second one's $250, $500, $1,000, like that. That's, I think, is very fair in what we,
And we reviewed that too, and I actually lowered that, suggested that we lower that because the original was like, started out at like 250.
Oh, gotcha.
And I thought, that's a little steep. Let's,
Yeah. Yeah, they might not know, right? Some rancher or something.
Yeah. you know, and it also clarified some of the state requirements, even though we won't enforce, Colorado Department of Public Health, requirements, it still has that information in there for the public.
All right.
Chair, I'll make a motion that we approve final reading of ordinance number 2026-0414. The Board of County, or Moffett County Open Burning and Local Fire Restriction Ordinance.
And I'll second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thanks, you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
And Human Resources Department, Rachel Bauer. Good morning.
Morning, Rachel.
All right, so this morning I'm here today to give some recommendations from our health insurance broker and some options for you guys to effective January 1st of 2025, we made quite a bit of enhancements to our health plan that we wanted to give back to our employees. So just kind of a quick overview of a couple of them. We lowered our deductibles for individual and for family. We also added coverage for chiropractor visits, acupuncture. We added fertility benefits for employees, and there's quite a bit more you can see on there for the benefits that we added for enhancements. We did have a significant increase with our weight loss option or added benefit that we added to the plan, which was the GLP-1 prescriptions. It overall increased significantly on our plan. Last year, we ended up at, the cost was about $494,000, which we do get rebates back from our plan as well with all those prescriptions. So we ended up getting back about $208,000 roughly for rebates that came back to us. But our broker is recommending that we do make a slight change to the cost, at least to increase it. Right now, employees are paying $40 for copay for the GLP-1, which is a really low cost. They are recommending that we do at least 10% of the overall cost, which would be about $150 because you have your injectables and then you also have your pill form as well. So the $150 would be the max amount that anyone who is utilizing the prescription, that's the max amount that they would pay at any one time. So we're still taking on, as Moffett County under a health plan, we're taking on still quite a bit of that cost to keep in mind on that too. The other options would be we could make no changes, right? But I think to help kind of sustain the costs on the plan, they are recommending that we do at least increase that to the $150. We can also remove the weight loss option for the GLP because not only do we have the weight loss option for GLP-1, but then we also have it for others who may need it for like a medical necessity, like diabetes or other, whatever that would be prescribed for. So we can also remove it in 90 days, which we would have to announce to all employees. And any of these changes, if it is something you guys decide, we would announce it to all employees what that decision is. So we can remove it at 90 days. So employees would still have a couple months to have that option, or we could remove it at the first of the year, January 1st, 2027, which that would be communicated in our open enrollment, also with all of our brochures and all the material that we provide to employees. And every year we do meet with all employees individually with how we've been set up too. So I guess today I'd just like to get approval from the board just to see kind of what your guys' thoughts are and how you'd like to move forward. In the $150 really is a lower cost. A lot of companies with having conversations with our brokers, a lot of companies, they did offer this, right, for like the first plan year. And then with how many people are taking advantage of the GLP-1, especially for the weight loss, it's been a significant increase. So a lot of other companies have taken it away completely. So it wouldn't be that we're taking it away. We're just trying to offset the cost a little bit of what we pay versus what the employee costs would be as well. On that.
And there would be some
Mhm.
criteria that we had talked about, looking at different criteria for the use.
We can change that. It can affect the rebates as far as what we would get back because you're looking at a whole group too. I did review that with our broker. We are able to change the criteria on our plan. If we would like to, we can do that. It could be as far as the rebates, right? Which they don't have those numbers for, so it could be just a little bit of a change, right? Kind of from what we've seen with reviewing everything on the health insurance side on there too. So we could definitely change the criteria for weight loss, right? What they would need to, where they would need to be before that would even be prescribed. And right now, as far as the cost, the $150, we cannot just change it for those who are utilizing it for weight loss versus those who might be using it as a medical necessity. But now everything coming out, a lot of people are saying that the GLP-1s for weight loss is a medical necessity, right? And it's, as we've seen, we have a lot of employees who have taken advantage of it, and it has helped them quite a bit as well too, from what, the feedback and stuff that we've received from individuals too. So some would argue that it is a medical necessity on both sides. And someone on the other side of it, some would argue that it's not, right?
I think in a lot of cases, most plans, if you go to have to get your medication at another place, you're paying 20 per, your insurance pays 80 and you pay 20,
Right.
right? This, we're asking them to pay 10%, and we're paying 90%. I mean, I just think that that's still a huge benefit to them. It's yeah. So I think it's a good thing, and it saves us money, or it saves them money, and we still get our kickback.
Offset it,
Yeah,
yeah.
it still offsets there, and yeah.
Definitely.
I think sometimes on some of the stuff, you got to look at the 200 employees and how many are getting, you know what I mean? If 70 or 80 of them are on something, what about the other 120 or 130 of them that are not, that are still paying into all this stuff, right?
Definitely. You're right.
So I think it's just fair that I don't want to take it away, because I think it's a great benefit to our employees and to our employees, but same time, you got to be financially.
You gotta look at costs as
Yeah,
well too.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't think I would be in favor of removing it altogether,
No.
so.
All right. So that's the only one that we're increasing, right, at this moment?
Right,
Okay.
at this time.
So, Chair, I'll make a motion to, for the GLP-1 prescription, the employee cost adjustment to $150 per prescription starting July 1st, 2026.
Okay, I'll second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And thank you.
Thank you very much.
Who won yesterday?
Not Moffett County.
Not Multnomah County, all
The
right.
second game, they were close. Hopefully today they'll do good.
Okay.
They're a pretty good team.
Thanks. Office of Development Services, Neil Binder.
Morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
In front of you, you have part of a project that started at the beginning of the year to better one of our remote sites for Road and Bridge, Vermilion Falls. We assessed the buildings out there and saw that there was some upgrades that needed to be done out there. And so this is one step of most likely about a 3-step process of upgrading that facility. So this is the actual home itself, which we went out to bid in February. We actually didn't get any bids back during the open bid process. So I had to go reach out to firms after it closed to try to get bids for this part of it. And I reached out to one company that was here on the western slope, which is Clayton Homes. And I also reached out to two over on the eastern slope. I never received anything back from them. So that put me into doing a sole source contract on this. Since I reached out, never received anything back. And with that, Clayton Homes, I saw fit to be awarded. So I'm looking for that approval for $145,540. This includes the setting of that home as well, which per state law, they have to have it set by a certified installer.
So does that include the pad that it's going to sit on and everything?
So we will pour the what you would call runners for that manufactured home to sit on. They'll be the length of the home, and we're going to actually pour them a little bit wider so the skirting can be installed on those pads. It'll help with rodents and bugs. So trying to seal off that skirting instead of setting it on dirt. But we've budgeted it's $500,000 for the whole project, and that'll be the well water will be redone. That the casing on that is failing. The shop needs some tint mending as well. So
When are you thinking this will be done?
the total project.
No, just
This part of the project, Clayton Homes actually has, in that bid, they gave me two different options, two different styles of homes. One that had eaves and one that didn't have eaves. We're going to go with the one with eaves just to try to shed any water away from the home. I just think it's better practice that way. They were both the same price though. So being that they're in stock, we should be able to have that on the ground here within the next month, I would believe.
All right. Okay.
No problem.
Chair, I'll make a motion to approve the sole source contract for manufactured home for the Road and Bridge Department in Vermillion shop location to Clayton Homes in the amount of $145,540.
Second. Thanks for your work on that, Neil.
Yeah, absolutely.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. And that will wrap us up for this meeting. Our next scheduled meeting is Tuesday, May 26th, 2026. We're adjourned.